What rumored features didn't make it into the iPhone 13? And will we ever see them? Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and you can find me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And the iPhone 13 is official. Apple took the wraps off its latest device, and we had some early ideas of what the device would look like these dummy units here. And there was a lot of features that we expected, and many that didn't come to fruition. So what happened? What features did we not see with the iPhone 13, and will we ever see them in the future? Let's go ahead and talk about them in a little bit more detail. Starting with a basic feature that we didn't see that I fully expected to see, and that is Wi-Fi 6E. The new version of Wi-Fi 6 has been emerging this year, and we've started to see new routers taking advantage of the standard, and I did think that we'd see it in the latest iPhone. But unfortunately, Apple is sticking with Wi-Fi 6 for its iPhone 13 devices. Wi-Fi 6E does have some benefits over Wi-Fi 6 that I was really counting on seeing, especially for congested areas, because it is able to take advantage of the 6 GHz band, whereas Wi-Fi 6 and earlier are sticking with 2.4 and 5 GHz. So opening up that 6 GHz band could really help in apartment complexes and cities where there's a lot of congestion and other networks going on. So it was going to be really beneficial there, but unfortunately, again, we're not going to see it with the iPhone 13. Ahead of the iPhone 13 announcement, there was one feature that I said was going to be my favorite feature and probably one of the biggest reasons for me to upgrade to the iPhone 13. And it may sound silly to some people, but I was very excited for it. And that was the always-on display. And of course, we didn't get it. To me, it made perfect sense. Apple had done it on the Apple Watch, and it made sense to move to the iPhone as well. And we'd heard a ton of rumors to back this up. It seemed all but good. And yet, the iPhone 13 does not include an always-on display. We did get a new ProMotion display that can ramp up to 120 Hz, but not always on. So unfortunately, this is going to have to wait. To me, this still makes sense though. Even though we didn't get with the iPhone 13, it would make sense if we saw it with the iPhone 14. Competitors have been doing this. It seems like a matter of time before Apple adopts an always-on display. At least I really, really hope so. What about satellite communications? This was all the rage in the few weeks leading up to the iPhone 13 event. There was a lot of different talk about which satellites it could talk to. It would be limited to certain cities. We'd see it for, emergency situations, all of this stuff. And yet, the iPhone 13 didn't have it. There's very good possibility that Apple is still working on something like this, and it may arrive in a future iPhone or was scrapped altogether. But no, the iPhone 13 does not have satellite communications. And the final rumor that was very much rumored and expected to come to fruition with the iPhone 13 was some faster charging. There was a lot of different rumors on how this would play out. We had heard that Lightning was sticking around. We knew that. It sounds like the iPhone 14 may be the earliest iPhone to ditch ports altogether and go solely to a portless design, possibly using MagSafe with data, which we also didn't get this year. But we did hear that it would at least support faster charging with the iPhone 13. Whether that was with USB-C to Lightning cables that would just support faster charging there, or there's going to be maybe slightly quicker or more efficient MagSafe charging. Either way, neither of them showed up. I think Apple's going to make some changes here. We still got a bigger battery, which is nice, but battery tech is always evolving, charging is always evolving. Eventually, Apple's going to go probably to that portless design. That's what I think. And whether they support faster charging via MagSafe or something like that, or Apple just tries to make it overall more convenient to charge. I think that's going to be the key for users there. So we will see how the iPhone 14 shapes up, but no faster charging on these iPhone 13 units. So what do you guys think? Were you happy with what Apple announced with the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro? Let me know down below in the comments, or better yet, find me on Twitter, again at Andrew_OSU, and let me know what you think, and stay tuned. We'll have hands-on with the real iPhone 13s as soon as they are released.